FL Studio or Ableton Live. In this video, I'm going over the difference between the two DAWs. My name is Tiago Duarte and welcome to Daily Beats, where I help you master the software so that it's just you and music. If you are new to the channel, subscribe and activate the notifications so that you are up to date with all the videos I publish about music production. FL Studio and Ableton Live are two of the most popular DAWs for making music in your computer. I will break this analysis into 5 different parts: features, versions of each DAW, workflow, available platforms, learning resources, and finally price. FL Studio is divided into 4 versions. Fruity Edition is the most basic version and allows you to write loops and melodies with limited playlist features, no audio clips, and no audio recording. FL Studio Production Edition gives all the playlist features and audio recording, along with 6 additional native plugins. FL Studio Signature Bundle gives you all the features of the previous versions, plus 13 additional native plugins. And finally, FL Studio All Plugin Edition gives all the FL Studio native plugins. The FL Studio Fruity Edition is a great entry point to make music on your computer. Even though you can do a lot with just the plugins available in FL Studio, not being able to work with audio clips in the playlist is a huge limitation. But if you are just writing music without using audio clips, then this could be a good entry point to try FL Studio. Ableton Live provides 3 versions. Live Intro provides you with the essentials to start making music with 16 audio and MIDI tracks, 60 scenes, and 2 send and return tracks. Live Standard provides you with full features plus some extras with unlimited audio and MIDI tracks, unlimited scenes, and 12 sends and return tracks. Live Suite provides you with a complete integrated studio suite with all the features of the standard, plus Max for Live, 17 instruments, 60 audio effects, and 60 MIDI effects. The Live Intro is a great way to start with making music in your computer and try Ableton Live. The only thing that is hard to overlook is the 16 audio and MIDI track limitation. After you get some experience in making music, you will have projects with more than 16 tracks. Workflow is very important when producing music. In today's day and age, I think this is one of the most important factors when deciding on a DAW. All DAWs have great plugins, great sounding banks and libraries, and all DAWs sound great, but what will make you fall in love with the DAW is the workflow. FL Studio allows you to do the same thing in multiple ways. This can be really great, but it can also increase the time it takes you to make FL Studio work for you. Also, with so much flexibility, the learning curve is harder and might take you more time to learn the DAW. On the flip side, when you become agile with FL Studio, this flexibility will allow you to adapt your workflow in ways that other DAWs don't allow you. FL Studio allows you to place windows on multiple display monitors with the detachable function. This can really help you making you more productive because you can have the playlist on one display and the mixer on the other, for example. Ableton provides a clear and more intuitive workflow when compared with FL Studio. Ableton allows you to save entire racks of sounds and effects very easily and manipulate audio intuitively. You can edit audio directly in the arrangement window. Another great thing about Ableton is that you can edit plugin parameters directly in the device view. This only works for native plugins, but is a very convenient and simple way to work. It requires way fewer mouse clicks and thus it improves your workflow. Ableton was designed with live sessions in mind, and the session view allows you to trigger individual or multiple audio and MIDI clips at the same time. You can jam a song and build an arrangement very quickly for live performance. When it comes to audio recording, Ableton wins over FL Studio. And to be honest, any DAW wins over FL Studio. FL Studio has improved over the years when it comes to audio recording, but it's still very frustrating and hard to do. With that in mind, both FL Studio and Ableton are not the best DAWs for recording audio. These DAWs are more geared to work with MIDI and audio clips rather than being a recording studio station. Both DAWs support Windows and Mac operating systems. FL Studio supports Windows 8.1 and Ableton Live supports only Windows 10. Both DAWs support macOS with High Sierra, with support for both Intel and Apple M-Core processors. With the proliferation of YouTube channels and blogs, there is a huge amount of free and paid resources that allow you to become better at working in any software imaginable. This is also true when it comes to music production. When learning a new skill, having access to great tutorials and courses will skyrocket your ability to become good at that skill. I cannot tell you which DAW has more tutorials or courses on the internet, but FL Studio has been in the market longer than Ableton, so there might be a chance that you will find more available resources for FL Studio. But in my personal experience, that should not be a factor when deciding a DAW. Price plays a big factor when considering a DAW. The cheapest DAW is Ableton Live Intro at $79, which includes tax, with FL Studio Fruity Edition coming at $89 without taxes. Because I'm in Germany, FL Studio will amount to 105.91 euros. I will place the prices of both FL Studio and Ableton here, so you can pause and take a look. Keep in mind that if you are in the European Union, you will have to pay taxes on FL Studio on top of the displayed price. The prices you see for Ableton are the final prices. You can always go to ableton.com and imageline.com and check the final prices for your country. One thing that made me fall in love with FL Studio, and that I wish more companies would start to adopt, is the lifetime free updates. ImageLine believes you should get the program you paid for, bug-free and updated for as long as they develop FL Studio. I think this is a wonderful statement, and I would be buying way more software or music software if this was the case. It's very common to see companies charging 50 to 250 euros for updates of the latest versions of the software. Even though I understand that research and development cost money, it's hard for me to not compare every other company to ImageLine in this regard. For every shortcoming and flaw that FL Studio has, for every bad word that ever spoken of FL Studio, there is no denying that ImageLine is invested in providing you the best DAW that you can afford once in your lifetime. Choosing the right DAW for you comes down to your preferences, your budget, and your workflow. I recommend that you try both DAWs before you commit to buying, and that you watch tutorials on YouTube on how to use both DAWs, so that you get a feel for what's in it for you. Becoming a great producer has nothing to do with the piece of software you use, and all to do with how you use the tools at your disposal. Sure, some features will help you do something faster, but at the end of the day, it's not the software that produces music, it's you. It's your skill and creativity. The software is just a tool to help you get there faster and easier. Whatever DAW you choose, commit to mastering and learning the ins and outs. Try to avoid jumping from one DAW to another in search of the best DAW, without focusing on learning to become a good producer. Put your energy and time in becoming a good producer and making good music, and I will promise you that in time you will be making the music that you always dream of doing. Thanks for watching the video until the end. If you learned something with this video, please leave a like and let me know in the comments what you would like me to talk about next. If you want to support this channel, subscribe and activate the notifications so that you stay up to date with daily beats. where I teach you how to master the software so that it's just you and music. Peace.